So have you ever seen the two 50mm lenses from Canon, the EF 50F 1.8 and the EF 50F 1.4, and wondered, gee, what's so different about them? You know, why does one cost about $280 to $300 and the other one costs $70 to $80? What is so different about them, right? Well, let me show you. Here I've got both of them together sitting side by side. No, I do not have the L series of the 50mm lens. I find that lens to be exorbitantly priced, and so I can't afford it, at least not at this point in time. So there you go. Alright, now if Canon wants to send that lens to me for review, I'd be glad to review it, but until then, this is what I've got. So this is the 50mm f1.8 on the left, and that's the 50mm f1.4 on the right. One thing you can tell right away is that the f1.8 lens is not as tall. It's a little smaller, and if you look at them from above, you'll notice something else that's different. Would you believe it? The f1.8 has no metal mount. It's all plastic. Now this is the f1.4 here, and of course you notice it's got a nice metal mount right there. This one does not. Fully plastic. So that makes it a little less sturdy. You've got to be more careful with it. It's also a lot lighter than the, I'm not sure what it is in grams. I suppose I could stick it on a scale, but then of course you can also look up the specs for yourself on the Canon website. So I'll let you do that. Right. But it's a lot lighter. When I hold this in my hand, it feels like almost like I'm holding nothing. This one is a little more substantial. It feels heavier, it's got more glass, and it's got more metal here too. Another thing that you can notice if you look at them is you see there is less lens on the rear surface right here than here. And that's, I suppose, not surprising, but I'm still shocked that you can cover 36 by 24 millimeters with that. But supposedly you can, because it's an EF lens, not an EFS lens. So that's very surprising. Let's look at the front, right? Let's take that off, and let's take this one off the cap here. The front, as you can see, is, and that weird green light is not coming from my eye, that's the camera. The one that you see reflected in the lens. Right, so this one is a 52mm. I've got UV filters on there, by the way, so that's why you see the reflecting surface. The lens is underneath, but this one is 52mm in diameter. This one is 58mm in diameter. So you can see right there that this one is smaller in terms of both the front and the rear lens elements than this one. That's another thing to keep in mind. And of course the aperture, I mean, you can tell right away. The aperture is this is f1.8 and that's f1.4. But really, in real world use, there's not a lot of difference between f1.8 and f1.4. So really, if you're looking for a lens that you can use in low light and you don't want to shell out the $300 for the EF, then by all means go with this one. It's going to be, like I said, not as resistant. There's no metal mount, and this is the focusing ring right here on the front. So you might see your fingers in plenty of the photos, but really it's a great lens. I mean, the optics are good. People were saying in some of the reviews online that if you shake it, the lenses inside, you can hear them knocking about. I can't, so maybe I got a better copy than they do. But really, this is a great lens for the price. Get it. I shot with it today and I was amazed with the bokeh and with the focus and what you can do with it. It's great. I also have this lens, and I would not trade this in for the other one, of course, just because I already paid for it. It's, I like it. I've used it. I know what it can do. But if you don't have the money for this, or if you just want to see what 15mm looks like on your camera, by all means get that lens. You will not regret it. I mean, just take better care of it than you would of this one. Make sure you always mount it on properly. You don't force it on the camera or off the camera, and you should be fine. This is a great lens. And with it on the camera, you won't even feel it on. That's how light it is. So it almost feels like you're holding just the camera body. Okay. So there you have it, the two lenses together.